What to do if your pain has increased after you have begun exercising. In this video, I am going to share with you the two types of pain that can occur after exercise. Now, first we need to understand that what these two types of pains are. There is a good type of pain and a bad type of pain. Now, what do I mean by a good pain? Now, after exercise, or at least during exercise, your muscles undergo stress. Now, in response to this stress, the body initiates repair of these muscles. Alright. So, when your body has undergone the stress of exercise, there are formation of waste products and there is building up of muscle, and also there is the accumulation of post exercise waste products. All right. So all this can lead to sort of soreness in the muscle, and this will begin a few hours after exercise and last for up to 1 to 2 days. All right. Now this type of pain occurs chiefly in the muscle. Your muscles may become sore, slightly painful to touch, and you may have difficulty, some mild difficulty in using those muscles. All right. For example, if you have done an intense leg workout, then you may feel that there is a soreness in the front of your thigh, in the back of your thigh, or in the calf. So when you are, say, rising from the floor, or when you are riding your bike, these muscles may ache a bit. But overall, generally, this type of muscle soreness does not affect your capacity to perform daily activities. For example, you may walk and you may go around with your daily activities without much difficulty. Moreover, this pain will subside in 24 to 48 hours, and as and how you continue exercising, the occurrence of this type of pain is lesser and lesser. Okay, this is a good type of pain. It signifies that the muscle has been stressed appropriately in exercise, and now your muscle is building up. Okay, it is becoming stronger and it is becoming more powerful, and it is becoming more accustomed to the different types of exercises that you are doing. But there is a second type of pain. Now this pain is I would call it a bad type of pain. I mean, like, it's a serious kind of pain. I mean, you need to become alert if this pain occurs. So when we are exercising, at times we may overstress our joints, and in the joints there is cartilage and there are ligaments and there are tendons around the joint. All right. So when we overstress these joints, so at that time these structures may undergo some injury. All right. So now what is the sign of this type of pain? Okay, previously I told you that the pain will occur, the muscle soreness pain will begin of say few hours after exercise and will progress for up to 24 to 48 hours and then gradually recede on its own. But the pain due to damage due to any structure inside a joint or any tendon or ligament or any cartilage will typically begin immediately with the exercise. All right, like as soon as you have done the motion, and immediately you will feel that okay, something went wrong and I need to stop right now. All right, this is generally a sharp kind of pain, and it may also be associated with swelling. Your joint may swell. Moreover, this pain in location will typically be very close to the joint. All right, and upon you can even, if you press the joint, you may feel that it is more and more painful. It is painful to touch. All right, another another sign that this pain is not a good pain, is a bad pain. Another sign that this pain is a bad pain is that this pain is continuous and it increases with activity. And like previously I had told you that with muscle soreness you can continue your daily activities, but in this type of pain it will be difficult to bear weight on the joint. For example, if you have injured the structures inside your knee joint, you will be unable to place any weight on that limb. You may not be able to stand on that limb, walk on that limb, you cannot climb the stairs with that limb. All right. So in this kind of pain, it becomes difficult to bear weight on that joint. All right. So if there is pain which is very close to the joint, it has begun immediately as soon as you have done the exercise. Like while doing the exercise itself, you experienced a sharp pain, and also if there is associated swelling, and it immediately there is loss of function, you are unable to walk, you are unable to bear weight, then in this case this is a serious type of pain. All right. Now where sometimes what happens is that if you are having a chronic knee pain, all right, so in a chronic knee pain your joints are already having some degeneration and the cartilage is damaged and the bone may be exposed. But all these structures, despite of all this degeneration, you are still advised to exercise. All right. So sometimes what happens is that when you begin exercise, okay, it's all right if you get the muscle soreness because you have not exercised previously. You have the muscle is not used to performing these type of heavy motions. So at that time, if you begin exercise and you begin new techniques in exercise, motions that you have not previously performed, your body starts performing them. In that situation, your muscles get sore and they stay sore for a day or two, and as on how you continue your exercise, this soreness goes away and gradually you can progress and perform more and more difficult and newer exercises. But if you are having knee damage, and then at times you may feel that your joint pain has increased after exercise. All right, not the muscle pain, the joint pain, the pain around the joint. So this means that you have stressed the cartilage or the bone more than what is expected, because actually some sort of stress is essential in order to trigger good healing and strengthening as well as remodeling of injured structures. But if you overstress, then you may I would not say exactly that injure, but mildly damage the joint. So in this type of scenario, that okay, you are already having a chronic knee pain and you have done some exercise and you have overdone it, and that has resulted in some sort of a joint pain. In that case also, there is no reason to panic at all. All right, just relax. Do an ice pack. All right, support your joint with a kneecap. All right, rest for a day or two. All right, and begin exercises after 2 to 3 days when the pain has subsided at an intensity lower than which you have previously performed. All right. So see, when I like for example, if previously if previously you have done say 25 repetitions of deep squats, all right, so you must understand that okay, 25 repetitions is too much. All right, and also you need to instead of performing full squats, you don't go very deep, perform a mini squat, a partial squat, and simultaneously support your upper body with a wall or at the back of a chair, so that the weight on the knees is reduced when you are performing the squat. All right, so bring down the intensity of your exercise a bit. All right, but very simple, just and begin, and there's no reason to stop exercise or stop movement or consider that exercise is not for me. No, there is no such need to do any such thing. Just bring down the intensity of your exercise after 2 to 3 days of rest. All right, see, exposing your joint and exposing the structures around the joint to a mild form of stress is essential in order to achieve good healing of the structures. You want to strengthen them, you want to remodel them, you want to make their fibers strong and capable of bearing more weight. So you need to stress. All right, so how much to stress? Okay, so you need to find out a sweet spot. Okay, a sweet spot is the stress wherein your muscles or the structures in the joint are not accustomed to this type of stress, but they have the potential to deal with it. And another kind of stress would be overstressing, wherein you pass the potential of the structures of the joint and the muscle and you seriously damage them. All right, so you need to find a sweet spot between these two extremes. All right, so it's okay, there's no need to panic, there's no need to worry. Just begin slowly and progress gradually. Okay, begin with little tiny steps. Don't perform too many exercises or too heavy exercises in the first day, or when you know that your body is not accustomed to exercise, you're just starting out. Keep it slow. All right, so briefly I'll summarize now that the good pain and the bad pain and the differences between the both, and you can and I'll also give the guidelines about how to slowly and gradually increase the level of exercise. Okay. So what you need to keep in mind is that basically whether you have, even if pain increases after exercise, it does not mean that you need to stop exercise. All right, exercise is essential in any situation, all right. So if there is a good pain, definitely you're going to recover and it's a good sign, your muscle is building up. And if there is a bad pain, I have told you how to progress slowly and gradually. All right, for more information on knee pain and techniques to get rid of it and tips on a great rehab plan, subscribe to my channel, because I am posting videos regularly on knee pain with tips and hacks to help you overcome it in a long lasting and an easy manner. All right, see you in my next video.